This good white man, Professor Dave, just single-handedly changed the perception of Lord Jamar, or at least for the people who believed that Lord Jamar was a hyper-intellectual. And he did so by not just beating Lord Jamar in a debate, but defeating Lord Jamar so badly and single-handedly that it was actually embarrassing to watch.
It's been quite some time since I've talked about flat earthers, even if they never stop talking about me.
This man, Professor Dave, has went to school, wrote a dissertation, has spent the last 10 years on YouTube debunking flat earthers. Debunking flat earthers is literally this man's life mission. But for some reason, Lord Jamar thought it was a good idea to debate this man on flat earth. See, this is the arrogance that got us in chains, bro. When a white man came with technology and harvest, we thought we were finessing him by giving up human labor in exchange for harvest and technology. Not knowing, bro, he has some diabolical plans for us, bro.
Why you are against what he believes? How about that?
Yeah, flat earth is the dumbest hoax in human history. Jamar just watched some videos by Eric Dubay, who just spews a bunch of bullshit, memorized what he says, and repeats it and pretends to be intelligent. Instead, everything you say is so insanely stupid and can be disproven with, like, middle school level physics.
Really?
So, yeah, we can go ahead and you can rattle off your...
Do it. Y'all are about to witness a masterclass here. If I'm Lord Jamar, if that man would have came in that confidently, first off, the jig is up. He's already sourcing where I get my information from, bro. That right there is a tell-all sign. I can't win this debate, bro. Tap out and dip. But this is where the arrogance comes in, all right? Because Lord Jamar has probably been to a few barbershops, have been able to babble his way through the discourse, have been able to probably win a few, flat earth debates in a barbershop. He thought that he could bring the babble and debate somebody with their own jingle.
He knows a lot about all kinds of stuff, Professor Dave explains.
This man has his own jingle, son. You can't F with him. And he showed that, right? So Lord Jamar first began to ramble and babble things that he just heard from somewhere else, right? He's just regurgitating information that he heard. He don't know that you can't just regurgitate without understanding if you're talking to somebody who's an actual scholar.
Do you have a working model of a ball that has water sticking to the outside of it? Can you show me a working model of that?
A tennis ball.
Yes, wet. No. That's not water sticking to a ball. That's saturation of water on the ball.
So
I want you to show me where water sticks to the outside of a ball as it spins. It doesn't go to the equator of the ball and spin off.
This is when I realized Lord Jamar is really dumb. Because this isn't even something I could really wrap my head. This is inexplainable. Lord Jamar went to grade school and high school in America. You should know why water can't just stick to a surface, all right? The Earth gravitational pull will pull the water down from on the surface because Earth got a greater gravitational pull than whatever item that water is on. So the fact that Lord Jamar don't know this, the fact that he didn't know this really boggled my mind. Things like gravity and buoyancy, I feel like these are things we learned probably in like the third grade.
Show me a working model. Hang on.
You said something very
Show
stupid.
me a working model.
Okay.
The reason that things stick to the Earth is because the Earth is extremely massive, so it generates a very large gravitational field. When water falls off of a ball, whatever ball you're talking about, to the Earth, it's because of the large gravitational field exerted by the Earth. So when you're talking about water sticking to a ball, your desired demonstration of gravity fails because gravity exists.
No.
Things fall to the ground.
There is density and buoyancy, sir. Gravity is not some magical thing that makes things drop to the ground. It depends the medium that it is in. If I drop something in this water, depending on how heavy it is, it's going to sink or float.
He just starts rambling the various terms he heard on Eric Dubay's channel, density, buoyancy, gravity, without really understanding exactly what that means. Now, here's the thing though, right? Professor Dave actually shows and proves in real time that Lord Jamar doesn't understand what any of the terms he's using means, right? Now, the minute that Lord Jamar realizes that this isn't a barbershop discussion, this isn't a discussion with the homies, yo, this is a discussion with an actual scholar who has actually researched everything he's talking about, Lord Jamar starts to get frustrated. Like, literally 30 seconds in, he starts threatening the dude.
You all the talk, but
Density
I want to
is
hear
not-
both.
First of all, this guy came out real disrespectful, talk about the stupidest shit. Like, if he was in this
it's the
room, I'd be
stupid- Dude,
smacking
you
the
just
shit
said
out
that
of
it
him
doesn't
right
matter
now.
if scientists
First of all.
study science.
Okay.
It's all bullshit. Do you
Right,
have any idea how
sir?
offensive
You know
it
that,
is
right?
What you say to the
You know that,
entire
right?
human race, the entire body of science.
Lesson to everybody watching, you can't be the dumbest person in the room and the most arrogant. You just come across like an ass. That's what we see here with Lord Jamar, is he's trying to exert physical dominance over Professor Dave, even though in this particular setting and arena, Professor Dave is the dominant one because Professor Dave is intellectually superior to Lord Jamar. But Lord Jamar is having a tough time being the little guy. So he starts getting out of his masculine frame. He starts acting super feminine by making threats.
Scientific knowledge. Let me respond to the insanely stupid thing you said.
I want
Density
you to
buoyancy,
respond
which you
to my-
memorized from an
let him talk,
activity.
Jay.
Okay, we're going to talk about what
Respond to what you said.
pseudoscience
You
is.
wanna
Okay,
talk
Go ahead.
now?
Okay, go ahead,
You want me to
Dave.
respond?
Go ahead, Dave.
Density
ahead.
is not a force. It requires a force to produce an acceleration. Things accelerate towards the Earth. Density is a scalar. It's not a force. It can't make things move. Buoyancy, there's a buoyant force, but it has gravity in the equation.
It has
Buoyancy only
gravity.
exists when gravity exists.
When gravity, the
So,
secret sauce.
here's the problem with your
gravity.
density bull.
He's pulling every trick out of his hat. He's doing the voice thing that would work if this was a barbershop. If this was nothing but iggas around where igga babbling is what makes you win a debate and facts don't matter, he would be cooking right now. Doing the, man, oh, you smart, you get straight A's. He's doing that. Yo, it's the I'm cooler than you, so I'm the authority. But no, this is a debate with a scholar. You actually got to use your brain and use your facts, bruh. Doing this igababble and distraction, bruh, isn't a thing. Now, what we will see is once, the antics don't work and Lord Jamar is forced to really stand in the fire and give opinions, it gets worse and worse and worse, bruh. Lord Jamar, he reveals that he don't know things like condensation, diffusion. He doesn't know anything about anything. It will be evident that Lord Jamar didn't graduate from 6th grade.
You think that things fall down because the air is less dense. The air is less dense above the object too. So why the don't things fall up? Can you
Things
explain
do
that to me?
fall up, you asshole.
What
Bubbles,
fall up?
bubbles
Nothing
go
falls
up, you
up.
stupid
What
fucking
goes
evaporation goes up, you. How can a tadpole defy gravity, you
A
shithead?
tadpole defy gravity? What the fuck
Yes.
are you talking
How does
about?
anything swim through? If gravity is holding down oceans that are tons of
Yeah.
of force, how does anything swim through the ocean? How do you fucking lift your legs off the ground?
So things can
you
exert force.
cockbag.
One organism
You-
has
okay.
muscles. Birds have wings, right? You can exert
They have
force,
wings?
which allows you to accelerate. Right? Doesn't that make sense? If you jump or if you throw a ball, you're exerting force and you are counteracting gravity until that momentum runs out. You throw a ball, it goes up, and then it falls back down.
Speaking
Why do
of
things fall down?
Speaking of momentum, do things
No.
need energy?
Why do
Speaking
things-
of
why do
you
things
changing
fall
the
down?
Subject, why don't things fall
Why
up?
do- why
Why
do-
do things only fall down?
why do they-
There's
Why
no
is
such
there a
thing in
preferred
gravity.
direction
The-
of
the-
falling?
the-
Why do things fall down to the ground?
Because they're heavy. Because they have density. That's
Okay,
why.
what is heavy? What is weight? Do you even know what weight is?
Oh my.
What's weight? Tell me the definition of weight.
It's your head on your shoulders. You fat
Oh,
head.
so a little sassy because he
Like,
doesn't know the answer to the
bro,
question. What
We're
does
not
weight
going to
mean?
sit here and talk about all these.
We're not going to sit here and define words that you don't
Yes,
know. that you're
define
trying to
words. We're talking about what's heavy and what's light.
use. Yeah. So what does fucking heavy mean, dumbass? You said the word heavy. What is heavy? What is weight? What is weight? What does that mean? You don't know the definitions of the words you're using.
Bro.
Should I define
Go ahead.
weight? How do
Tell
you
him-
define
Yeah,
it?
Tell us
define
what weight is.
So he acts like the question is so beneath him. Cough, what's weight? That's because he don't know the answer. Because as soon as Godfrey throws him a lifeline, he automatically takes and says, yeah, define it, Godfrey, define it. right? So he's having conversations that's clearly above him, right? He don't understand nothing about anything. He doesn't understand how the world works at all. Now, Lord Jamar is a great hip-hop commentator. He can tell you about music because he was there. But for conversations like this, it really puts into perspective like the difference between people who are actually well-researched and people who just talk, right? Because Lord Jamar essentially is repeating theories that he heard from other people that sounded good without even double-checking or verifying exactly what those theories mean. Yo, there are flat earthers out there who know how to give you a run for your money in terms of defending their point. Lord Jamar doesn't even understand what flat earth is, right? He's just repeating something because he thinks it's controversial.
Here I go.
Look it up if you want.
A body's relative. Oh, here we go. A body's relative mass or the quantity of matter contained by it, giving rise to a downward force. The heaven, and then of course the heaviness of a person or thing
by virtue of its position in a gravitational field. Things have weight because gravity exists.
See, you say these things. These are definitions
of words.
These are definitions that are given by people who are here
who study things
who are here to reinforce a certain position.
You niggas know no shame. You pseudo-intellectual niggas know no shame, bruh. This is why scholars don't usually come down to the level of a pseudo-intellectual and waste their time debating them and crushing them. Because usually, most of the time, the conversation is going to end up in this particular point right here, where the pseudo-intellectuals are now trying to disqualify the dictionary to hide their stupidity. Lord Jamar is saying, we can't even take the definition of gravity or weight into effect because the white man created a dictionary and the white man got an agenda. Bruh, do you understand that things like this, you get looked at as if you literally have a mental illness, as if you have a mental deficiency when you say things like this to a real scholar who knows something. That's like Fat Joe telling Lord Jamar, when you say blacks created hip hop, black don't exist. The word black was defined by the white man who had an agenda. There's no such thing as black people. There's all people. Like, you understand how dumb you sound when you say things like this, bruh? Yo, and shout out to Professor Dave, bruh, because he is keeping a level head, bruh. If it was me, yo, I'm walking out, bro. I'm not doing this, bro. I'm not dealing with this.
Conspiracy here. You can't change what
listen.
is.
I'm talking about common sense. I'm not getting into all of this.
You're not talking about.
Do you feel like you're moving?
Common sense has nothing to do with any of this.
Do you feel like you're moving?
You can't just intuit how the laws of physics work. You have to probe them and learn about them, study them.
Listen,
that's what
we know. We know about these things, bro. And all this shit you're talking about is some bullshit. Like, do you know about crepuscular rays? What are crepuscular rays?
It appears to diverge because of perspective, kind of like railroad tracks.
What do you mean,
right?
appears to diverge?
We're about to get to a point in this debate where Lord Jamar just starts saying random things. Just starts saying anything that comes to his mind, even if he don't even know what that means, right? Now, this quickly goes from a debate to Lord Jamar just simply asking questions, bro.
It appears to, from your perspective. So
can you trace the rays back to its source?
What do you mean? Yeah, okay, there's the sun. Sure. What?
How far away?
You don't even know what you're trying to say.
How far away is
you
the sun? Is the sun 93 million miles away?
Okay, you already changed the set. You're already jumping away from the thing that you brought up.
No. It's not a matter of. I'm talking about common sense, bro.
Is the sun still 93 million miles away, Dave?
Okay, but
if it was, why do we have crepuscular rays?
Answer. I want to see where he's getting at.
Why do the railroad tracks appear to converge with distance? It's the same concept.
He almost said, I'm just asking a question, but he caught himself, right? Because it's not just ask, but you're in a debate right now. You're supposed to be challenging his ideas and providing something worth listening to. The only meaningful thing that's coming out of your mouth right now, bro, is the entertainment that we are getting from seeing you get embarrassed, right? Now, Lord Jamar does this weird thing where he snickers whenever he doesn't know something, or like the dude is just cooking him so much, bro, that's his only response. Like, he has no response to the cooking he's receiving. So he snickers, right? He snickers and tries to brainwash the audience into thinking that he's actually the authority on the subject when he's clearly not.
And far away the sun is.
What do you mean it doesn't matter? Y'all say it's 93 million miles away.
Yeah, and
that's what these same people that you're talking about, all the definitions, say is the truth. So what are you saying? That it's not?
No, of course it is. I'm saying that it has absolutely
so how does
nothing
what
to
is
do with corpuscular rays.
How do you explain corpuscular rays?
By what I just told you with the railroad tracks. Do railroad tracks appear to converge with distance?
Yes, but at some point you would not be able to see.
At which point? At which point?
At some point, I don't know the exact distance of what. Where you can't see something.
Let's go with you.
But you still can see the sun. This 93 million miles away is ridiculous.
Okay, so the sun's right up there in the sky, right? So why can't we go up and see it? Why doesn't it appear to get
there's
larger
videos. There's videos of people where they are actually above the sun in planes and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a video where people are above the sun. Is that right? Or are you completely full of shit?
Nope.
Above the sun.
I want to still frame this right here. You see how he's looking at his phone? He starts to Google things. Bro, there's no video of anybody flying towards the sun or even slightly above the sun. It doesn't. Yo, before you can get to the point where you are flying above the sun in an airplane, you're going to melt and die, bro. It doesn't exist. But you see how he starts to get more confident a little later on because he starts to read from his phone and he starts to regurgitate whatever he's reading from his phone. So we learn very quickly in this debate that Lord Jamar is a regurgitator, right? All he does is he knows how to regurgitate, all right? He knows how to repeat information that he just heard or read. He's not somebody with an original thought. He's not a thought leader.
But it's just like, how do you have pressurized air in something that doesn't have a covering?
How do you have pressurized air?
And you guys will say,
let him answer.
Hang on. Let me finish saying what I'm saying.
You said what you asked the question.
Bro.
You asked the question.
Dante,
go ahead. Do what you're going to do.
He's trying to be friends. But come on, man. Because you have to have a covering. People will say that the covering is the ozone layer or the thermosphere. These are basically imaginary coverings to say the same thing that somebody would say is a firmament. But go ahead. Tell me why you have pressurized air next to a vacuum of space, sir.
Okay, so this is really adorable. You think that space is a vacuum cleaner because you don't know what a vacuum is? You don't know what vacuum means. What's a vacuum? What does vacuum mean? Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. What the fuck does a vacuum
It has
mean?
no air. It's,
It's an absence of matter. Mm-hmm. So why the fuck would the vacuum of space pull air anywhere? Can you explain that?
A vacuum also pulls things, sir.
No, it doesn't. Vacuums don't suck. That's not a thing.
If vacuum is
so you don't know what a vacuum is,
Dave.
right?
A vacuum is the absence of matter, right?
Yeah. So why would that pull air anywhere?
So we just have absence of matter next to pressurized air.
Yes, which sticks to the Earth because of gravity, which again you pretend doesn't exist.
Which sticks to the Earth, so it's spinning with the Earth.
I have the definition
at 1,000 miles an hour.
We have to start normalizing not speaking on things that you have no idea on. Meaning, yo, listen, bro, if you haven't researched this, you haven't studied this, you don't understand it, don't speak on it. Because these podcast mics, people are treating these podcast mics as sort of like a gateway or a free access pass to speak on any and everything, even if you have no idea what that's about. That needs to stop, bro. And Lord Jamar, to me, is the first casualties, bro. Because we're in a world of trouble if these scholars actually make it, a concerted effort to start coming down to the level of the pseudo-intellectuals and really start cooking them, all right? So until then, let's just avoid speaking on things we have no idea about, okay? Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, all right? And if you're still watching, click on this video right here to find out why I believe Drake will regret betraying DJ Academics. I'm going to see you guys in this video. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.